Okay, you guys, you're reading the title correctly. I'm gonna hook my phone on this battery pack, so I can't use the generator, you guys, because it's not compatible with my phone, and I don't want to burn out my battery. So I had to personally go out and buy a um mag safe power bank to hook on the back of my device. I ended up buying two of them because um, one is really compatible for the Apple phone, and then the other one is compatible with my Google phone. So I'm not gonna be long. I don't really like using power banks. Um, but so far, I mean, it's taking well. I'm having no problems charging my device even as I'm going live. I'm not gonna be long. Um, but I definitely wanted to get on here to just kind of talk about how you ladies are going to have to get some standards out here having sex and dating these men, because we're coming into a point, ladies, where it's it's literally becoming unsafe to date. You know, with everything going on, with COVID going on, cancer virus going on, um, you guys got to be careful out here. All these STDs that are happening out here, you ladies just can't be getting out here dating and having sex with all these different types of men. And I'm going to tell you, like I've been saying since day one, if these men refuse to go and get tested to prove to you that they don't have anything, don't sleep with them. If they refuse to wear a condom, don't sleep with them. We're coming into a point, ladies, where it's becoming unsafe to have sex and date men. The dating world was already dangerous, but getting out here having sex with these men without knowing their status and without them using protection, it's literally putting you ladies in danger. Allegedly, this new virus that's out, it can be passed through sex. So if you get out here and you have sex with one of these men and they are infected with the coronavirus, they can very well infect you. Okay. Make these men use condoms. Make them use condoms. Make them go and get tested. Go get tested, ladies. Take them to the health clinic, to the doctor's office. Make them get tested. If they refuse to go get tested, and if they refuse to wear a condom, do not have sex with them. I'm going to tell you how strict it is for me. I refuse to date a man. I refuse to date a man who refuses to go get tested and wear protection. Not only that, if you as a man has not been celibate within the past 6 months to 1 year, get out of my face. If you can't even contain yourself sexually for 6 months to 1 year, why are you in my face? You are the last person that I want in my face talking about relationships. To me, when a man can sustain that long from having sex, that is someone that I can trust with my body, because I don't have to worry about him being out here in the streets sleeping around. But the issue is, most men cannot contain themselves for 6 months to 1 year. They constantly need sex 24/7. 24/7, they need sex. You meet a woman and then you're immediately ready to go to bed with her. And then you're ready to jump in bed with the woman who's not out here in the streets. You've been out here running the streets, and now you're ready to jump in bed with a woman who has not been out here in the streets. And then you're bringing her STDs back because you can't contain yourself sexually. So now you're putting this woman at risk because you can't contain yourself sexually. And women are not signing up for that. Unfortunately, dating has gone to trash. It has gone to trash. Why? Because everybody's making dating all about sex and lust. That's why we got all these STDs running around. Because people don't know how to date intentionally, and they don't know how to be committed to one person. So ladies, if you're going to get out here and if you're going to date these men, make them wear a condom and make them go get tested. Because now, even if they test negative for an STD, they can still come up and test positive. Or they can be undetectable, and you know, they're showing up negative, but they're undetectable. Now you're infected. Now you're infected. I just don't know how you guys are out here having sex with these men. With everything going on, you're still out here wanting to have sex with these men. And don't think because you're married or partnered, you're safe. There are so many men out here who are on the DL and gay, sleeping with men and sleeping with other women and giving their girlfriends and their wives all kind of STDs. It is getting to the point, it is just probably better to be single and celibate than to get out here having sex. It's getting to that point. It's not even worth it having sex with anybody. Yes, you guys, there's all kind of reports coming out where the new virus can be transported through sex. So if you get out here and you sleep with somebody who has this virus in them, it can be transferred to you through sex, just like HIV and AIDS. And as you guys know, allegedly, a little piece of that was included in the first thing that many of y'all took, because they used that to bind the receptors in the thing that many of you took for your jobs and stuff. So there are people walking around here with full-blown house in Virginia, AIDS, and all kind of stuff, and y'all are just out here busting it open. You busting your cheeks, your mouth, everything open. You just cracking it all wide open for these men to be all up in you, spitting all up in you, right? Ejaculating all up in you and giving you all that stuff there. And y'all are just out here sleeping with these men. And I don't understand what part we don't get. It is not worth it getting out here having sex or dating. It's not. It's becoming dangerous. The only man that I would feel comfortable being intimate with is a man who is literally a virgin and or has been celibate at least a year to 2 years. Really, since the pandemic. If I were really, really on a strict programming, I would tell any man that I'm out here interacting with, encountering with, that you would need to be celibate since the pandemic. You would literally need to be celibate since the pandemic. That's been 6 years. The likelihood of a man that I'm meeting out here being celibate for 6 years is very, very low. I don't know many men who have not been out here cracking within the past 6 years. And then a lot of you men are out here sleeping, raw dogging women who are full of all kind of STDs and STIs and all kind of stuff. And then now you're ready to lay up with women like me who are not out here in the streets. This is one of the reasons why I am not interested in dating. Because men are going to lie. They're going to lie about who they've been sleeping with. They're going to lie about if they don't have anything or do. They're just going to lie. And I cannot afford to get out here and date with people out here playing with their health and playing with their lives. And then a lot of people have it in their mind that, okay, I'm not out here doing any, I'm not out here worrying about all that, right? I'm just going to get out here and have sex because there's all kind of medications out there that I can take that can help me if I catch anything. Well, I don't think that's fair for the other person who is not being told that you have anything and you're on medication because you do have something, or you're trying to hide something that you might have, because that is what that medication does. It pretty much hides the fact that you have it. So you could be walking around here with full-blown HIV or AIDS and on that medication and still out here cracking. And once again, ladies, I don't know how you guys are dating or what you guys are doing, but it's not worth it. With all of these nasty viruses and plagues out here, why would any of y'all be wanting to get out here and have sex? Ain't that much penis in the world or that much cat out here worth y'all laying down with. It's way too much going on for y'all to be worrying about having sex and talking about getting in relationships. It's too much going on out here. And I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm just letting you know that this new thing that's out here, the new thing that was on the boat, it is now being reported that you can catch that through sex. Because I was trying to figure out how can that be transferred human to human through sex. And I know during sex, you're touching people, right? You're touching your partner. And y'all are sharing fluids, correct? Saliva when you're kissing, and sweat glands, and, he all up in you and you all up in him, right? Yeah. So just think about if you're out here cracking with some guy who's been out here cracking with some woman before you who had that virus, and now he's passed it on to you, and now you're walking around here with it. And if your immune system ain't strong, well, then now you're going to catch that, and now you're going to get infected, and you're going to pass it to the next person. So just think about if you meet a man and this man is telling you he ain't been with nobody, but he's been with 9 people before you, well, then that puts you at risk of catching something, an STD, an STI, or even one of these viruses. Y'all are going to learn to keep your legs closed. It is not worth it to be out here having sex. I would rather you go and spend $30 and $50 on a toy, whatever on a toy, than to be out here risking your life behind some penis and some cat. It is not worth it. And there are people literally out here saying, if you won't have sex with me, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Fine. There are literally men out here cheating on their girlfriends and wives, cracking women who are full of God knows what, and you're coming back to these women giving them something. There are men literally out here just got women on rotation. We are not in the times and days where you guys can just get out here and do that. Back then, you can get out here and have multiple fun time partners. Now we cannot afford that. And people just are not using discernment. They don't have no love for their bodies. They don't have no love for themselves. They're just out here cracking multiple women. You're just sleeping around with multiple women because you just need to get your feel good. And you're ready to lay up with a woman when you know you've been out here sleeping around. And I mean, I'm just going to be straight out and honest with you. Any man that approaches me, you have not been celibate for at least a minimum of 1 to 2 years, get out of my face. Get out of my face. If you can't contain yourself sexually for at least a year to 2 years, you're wasting your time talking to me. If I were really, really strict, I would say you would need to be celibate at least 6 years. You would need to be celibate since the pandemic. Most of you men have never been celibate since the pandemic. Most of you cannot go 1 to 2 years without having sex with a woman. I'm not interested. And the way how it's looking, I have no plans of getting out here dating or intertwining myself with somebody's son who is out here being a perverted, lustful male. I'm out. I'm checked out. That's it. And that's the position where I'm at, because most men cannot contain themselves for that amount of time. And the likelihood of me meeting a man who's not out here having fun time with a lot of women is my chances of winning the lottery. And that is a 1 out of 100 chance there. Not worth it. Would not recommend getting out here dating with everything going on. Yes, I said it. If you as a man approaches me and you haven't been celibate for at least a year to 2 years, you're wasting your time talking to me. Well, again, what if I've been in a relationship and my last relationship was 6 months ago? Well, I'm not talking about that. Well, even with that, if you've been cracking women since your last relationship 6 months ago, and the last time you had sex was within 6 months ago, you're wasting your time. If you as a man has not been celibate for a minimum of 1 to 2 years, you are wasting your time talking to me. And I mean, some of you men are just going raw dogging in women without protection. And you're ready to just raw dog in a woman without protection. Not willing to go get tested, not willing to scrap up. It's a no in my book. I'm not into it. Even if a man does wear a condom, he does go and get tested. And the last time you cracked a woman, and if you've been single for a few months to a year, and the last time you cracked a woman was within a year, I'm still not interested. If you can't contain yourself sexually, then that tells me everything that I need to know about you, especially if you're out here pursuing a woman to build a relationship with. Now, if you're just out here just to be out here dating, no strings attached, no intentions of marriage, no intentions of a committed relationship, well, then I'm not talking to you. I don't care what you do. But if you are a man out here actively seeking a relationship with a woman, and you can't contain yourself for a certain amount of time until you meet the right type of woman, that tells me everything that I need to know about you. I'm not interested. You are definitely wasting your time if all you're after is sex. And a lot of you men are not looking for meaningful relationships with women. You're just looking for sex. It's a no in my book. I'm not even interested in talking to you. I don't want to pursue anything with you. You are a walking red flag to me. And this just further proves that women can go very, very long periods of time without sex, unlike you men. Because this with me has been going on over a decade. And if I really, really wanted to get on strict programming and really, really be about strict programming, I would say that the next man that I would need to meet would damn near need to be a virgin. Because that's how long I have been celibate. And the likelihood of meeting a man who is a virgin is very small. The likelihood of meeting a man who is damn near celibate and has been celibate for 5 to 10 years, even longer, is very, very rare. Individuals who have been celibate that long, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 years like that, having no sex with anybody for that long, they would be considered to be a nun or damn near a virgin all over again. And they're literally considered spiritual virgins. I would be considered a spiritual virgin. I am not interested in sleeping with you men out here. It's not worth it. It's not. And my pastor actually just went live to talk about all of this stuff that I'm talking about. And I kid you not, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, ladies. Keep your legs closed before you catch something you can't get rid of or catch something that may end you. And I'm not saying that to put fear in you. I'm telling you that we're in a time, in a season. You cannot be laying down with all these different men. It's not worth it. Then you're creating soul ties with every man you're sleeping with. Every man you sleep with, you're creating a soul tie with this man. You're giving him access to you. For what? 5 minutes of pleasure, 10 minutes of pleasure? It's not worth it. It's not. I mean, if this man can't contain himself with just one woman for you, with intentions of having just you in the end, that's telling you everything you need. If this man, look, the amount of men that I've met, they tell me they've been single for 6 months, a year. Last time they cracked within 6 months, within this amount of time. It's crazy work. It's crazy work how lustful these men are. And that's the point I'm trying to make. It's just lust. Lust has taken over this planet. And that is why Akina is not interested in what's going on out here, on top of the fact a lot of these men are operating under low vibrational energy. That is a huge turnoff for me. There is nothing that I can do with a low vibrational male who has not evolved and has not done the work or has not grown. You ladies, once again, keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed. Ain't that much penis out here worth you opening your legs for that may cost you your life. I thank God every day that I can sustain from having sex. I thank God. I thank God that I can put on my purity ring and know that I am locked in with God and there's nothing going on with me. And then when you tell these men you're celibate, they don't even know what that means. You tell these men you got a purity ring, they don't know what that means. You tell these men you're abstinence, they don't know what that means. You tell these men you're not out here having sex, they swear up and down you're out here having sex. They have convinced themselves that you out here doing the do. Not worth it. Be safe, ladies. It's not worth it.